August 27th, Board of Education regular meeting. My name is Anupam Chugsidhu, and I would like my board colleagues to introduce themselves, starting from the left.
Hi, good evening. Thank you for coming out. I'm John Lazarowitz.
Thank you for coming. My name is Leonardo Savage.
Patty McCoy, glad to see everyone here.
Good evening, Patrick Keogh. Great to see such a full audience.
Hi, I'm Doug Brooks. It looks like a good crowd tonight.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kate Borninski. Welcome back and glad to see everyone.
Ms. Merritt, would you like to introduce your staff?
Yes, good evening and welcome. Definitely the start of school is in the air. We welcome everyone here this evening. I'd like to begin by introducing my new assistant, Ms. Nicole Lauer. She is here to take the minutes to capture everything that happens this evening. Also the man behind the scenes, Charlie Jones. You don't see him, but he is there each and every board meeting to make sure that he provides video feed for those that cannot be present here at the board meeting. I would like to have the rest of the staff introduce themselves to you, beginning with Mr. Brandon.
Good evening, everyone. Nick Brandon, Executive Director of Communications and Marketing, and special shout out to our new hires that are here tonight.
Hi, I'm Debbie Pios. I'm the Chief Finance and Operations Officer. Welcome.
Good evening, Liz Vartanian-Gibbs, Human Resources. Welcome.
Good evening, Kurt Tiskowitz, Executive Director of Student Services. Welcome.
Good evening, Heather Fitzpatrick, President, Education Association.
Newly married.
Congratulations. And if you all could rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, and Drew is going to help us lead the Pledge of Allegiance today. Come on up, Drew.
Hi, Drew.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Drew.
Thanks, Drew.
All right, we're moving on to item A. I'm looking for a motion for the adoption of the agenda, approval of the consent agenda, action item number 20-08-06.
Madam President, I'd like to make a motion for the adoption of the agenda, approval of the consent agenda, action item 20-08-06.
Second.
The motion was made by Member Lazarowitz, seconded by Member Brooks. Any discussion? Okay, Ms. Merritt, would you like to walk us through?
Thank you. We have been busy continuing to hire champions. So this evening, as a part of our consent agenda, we have human resource transactions. Since our last time together, we have 3 pages of new teacher hires for your consideration this evening. We have the administrative replacements for the chief academic officer, for the principal at Byrd Elementary School, for the assistant principal at Canton, for the assistant principal at Salem, for the student support coordinator at Field, the student support coordinator at Erickson, and then we have for your considerations leaves, retirements, and resignations. Also, we have the approval of minutes from the regular meeting on August 6, 2019.
Okay. Given that there's no further discussion, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to first introduce you to some new administrators in our district. So if the following people could come up, Miss Bethany Rail, Mr. George Hill, Miss Lisa Phillips, Mr. Derek Southwick, Miss Christy Schwartz, and Miss Anita Weiler. I'm so proud to introduce you to all of these fabulous educators who are going to continue to lead us and transform our district. So first, I would like to introduce you to Miss Bethany Rail. She comes to us with experience from pre-K through the university level. She has been a teacher, a high school assistant principal, an elementary principal, assistant superintendent for curriculum and instruction, interim superintendent, and a consultant. So welcome, Beth Rail.
First of all, I'd just like to say it's an honor to serve the staff, students, community, and parents of Plymouth-Canton Community Schools. I really look forward to helping support each and every one of our educators to have all the skills, resources, supports that they need to be able to reach and teach and really help make a difference and help each of our young people reach their full potential. So thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you. Next, I would like to introduce you to Mr. George Hill, who has served as a teacher as well as an elementary principal in Hamtramck School District, and he is now going to be, or he is, the new principal at Byrd Elementary School.
Thank you. Thank you. My team is behind me already. What else could you ask for? I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me to continue to do my life's work here in Plymouth Canton. I'm super excited about the good things I've already seen at Byrd, and I want to continue to serve Byrd and the larger Plymouth Canton community to continue to be a champion for kids. So thank you for your vote of confidence. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the staff of Byrd Elementary School to be here this evening to support Mr. Hill. We appreciate that. Miss Lisa Phillips will be the new assistant principal at Canton High School, and she comes to us with years of administrative experience from Birmingham School District. So Miss Lisa Phillips.
Good evening. I just want to say I'm grateful for this awesome opportunity to continue to also do my life's work and be a champion for kids, and I look forward to being a part of the legacy left by the park. So thank you again.
Our new assistant principal at Salem High School is Mr. Derek Southwick. He comes to us as a teacher from Salem High School and also the Congress leader. And welcome, Derek.
I just want to say thank you so much. This community means the world to me. I've raised my family here. The day that I decided to become a teacher, I knew I wanted to teach here. And to be given the opportunity to now be an administrator at Salem High School, where I've spent the last 7 years, is just such a tremendous honor. And looking at the board there, it says it's all for the children. That's all I'm about, and I'm just excited to see where this goes next. So thank you.
Miss Anita Wilder is our new student support coordinator at Erickson Elementary School. She comes to us with years of experience as an administrator from Ypsilanti School District.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am so very excited to be a part of the Plymouth Canton family. I look forward to working with each and every one of you, building good relationships and just having a great school year. Thank you.
And our new student support coordinator at Field Elementary School is Miss Kristen Schwartz. She comes to us as an instructional coach in our district and also served as a classroom teacher for years in our school district. Welcome.
Thank you to me is just not good enough, because I feel like I have so much gratitude for all of you for giving me this opportunity. I feel I've been in the Plymouth Canton schools for over 2 decades now. My kids all go here, and I'm just so glad to have this opportunity to be a champion for students, and I'm so excited to be at Field and to be part of that family. So thank you.
Thank you. So if all 6 new administrators could come around, shake her hand so we can congratulate you individually.
Congratulations.
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 Welcome.
Congratulations. Welcome. Congratulations. Welcome to the district. Congratulations. 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 Welcome to the district. Congratulations. 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 Welcome. Congratulations. Congratulations. Nice, yeah. Forget the candy bar. Don't forget that. Congratulations.
That support means the world to our leaders, and knowing that all of you are standing behind them, from our directors to our assistant superintendent to all of our executive directors. Thank you for supporting our new leaders here in the district. Now, we're just continuing. This is like the best day we've had in the district in a very long time, from this morning on through our board meeting. So here we go. We are hiring tonight many, many phenomenal teachers that will continue to serve in our school district and meet the needs of our students. And I know all of our new teachers heard what Manny Scott shared with you today, and how one moment, one message, your words to students make a difference. So please do that awesome work with kids and help all of our kids achieve to their highest level. So we're gonna just call you up, and then after you're all up, we're going to congratulate you, and then you're gonna come around and visit us, and we are going to try to get the candy bar to the right person. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so Aniza Bega is our new English language teacher at Liberty Middle School. She comes to us with 11 years of experience, a bachelor's degree from Wayne State University, and a master's degree from Eastern Michigan University. Cheryl Bindis has come to us with, Cheryl, are you here? Hi, Cheryl. I remember talking to all of you on the phone, just so you know. So Cheryl, 27 years from Monroe Public Schools, is going to be working in our CTE program. She comes to us with a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. Michelle Conroy, resource room teacher at Tonda Elementary School. She comes to us with 11 years of experience, has a bachelor's degree from Michigan State University, as well as a master's degree from Madonna College. Gordon Copey, he is our brand new civics and history teacher at Canton High School. He comes to us with 11 years of experience and a bachelor's degree from Eastern Michigan University. Rachel Huda. Rachel, I heard you just got married. Okay, Rachel Dooley. I actually have that note on my paper. So congratulations. 2 years of experience from Dearborn Public Schools, a bachelor's degree from Eastern Michigan University. Christina Canyon. She is going to be working at Isbister Elementary School as our Young Fives teacher. She comes to us with 7 years of experience and a bachelor's degree from the University of Michigan. Vina Karana is going to be an ELL teacher at Pioneer Middle School with a bachelor's degree from Wayne State University. Kara Kovalich is our new, did you get married too? I did. I just remembered the name when I hired you. So our new elementary teacher at Hoban School. Congratulations, Kara. She comes to us with 3 years of experience and a bachelor's degree from Michigan State University. Jamie Latham has 14 years of experience. She is one of our new elementary social workers. She has a bachelor's degree from Wayne State, a master's degree from Wayne State, and a master's degree plus 30 from Wayne State. Welcome. Jocelyn Lavery is our new music teacher, elementary music teacher. She has a bachelor's degree from Eastern Michigan University. Alan Levine, he comes to us with 4 years of experience, is our new history teacher at Canton High School. Courtney McDonald. Courtney comes to us with 9 years of experience, also going to be teaching elementary school at Field School with a bachelor's degree from Central Michigan University and a master's degree from Mary Grove College. Brianna Malia. Brianna, you can start this way. Come on. Come on up here. Right there, perfect. Brianna is our brand new elementary teacher at Bentley School teaching kindergarten, and she comes to us as a bachelor's degree from Grand Valley State University. Andrea McHale. She is our new ELD teacher, serving the students at Gallimore as well as the preschool students at Gallimore. She has a bachelor's degree from Michigan State, a master's degree from Michigan State, and an MA plus 30 from the University of Michigan. Scott Meyer. Scott is going to be teaching social studies at West Middle School. He comes to us with 9 years of experience with a bachelor's degree from Wayne State University and a master's degree from Grand Valley State University. Courtney Mills. Courtney's been to the board meeting twice. This is our one from last time that came. And we officially have you now, Courtney. So elementary teacher at Farron School, 3 years teaching experience and a bachelor's degree from Eastern Michigan University. Brian Musser. Brian comes to us with a bachelor's degree from Western Michigan University, a master's degree from Grand Canyon University. I know that Brian served as the premier sub at Dotson School all of last year, and now he's going to be a teacher at Dotson School. Erin O'Donnell. Erin is going to be serving as an elementary teacher at Miller School. She comes to us with 2 years of experience and a bachelor's degree from Michigan State University. Robin Olzak is going to be teaching math and science at East Middle School. She comes to us with 8 years of experience with a bachelor's degree and a master's degree from Oakland University. Sarah Patel is going to be one of our elementary social workers. She comes to us with about a half year of experience, as well as a bachelor's degree from Benedictine University and a master's degree from University of Michigan and a master's plus 30 from the University of Michigan. Brandy Platt. Brandy is going to be an instructional coach working with Deirdre Brady and her team, and she comes to us with 6 years of experience. She has a bachelor's degree from Oakland University and a master's degree from Concordia University. Andrew Raven. Andrew is going to be serving as a music teacher at Plymouth High School. He comes to us with 4 years of experience, a bachelor's degree from Michigan State University, as well as a master's degree from Oklahoma State University, and you already saw the awesome work this morning that he is part of with the band program. Oliver Rodriguez, also brand new to our music program and our band program. He will be teaching at Plymouth High School. He has 2 years experience. He has a bachelor's degree from Michigan State University. Annagreet Sanatogi is going to be our new teacher at Miller School. She comes to us with 3 years of experience, a bachelor's degree from Germany from a technology university, as well as a master's degree from Lewis University, Illinois. You can come make another row. It's just like how you're going to be walking the kids down the hall. Okay, Timothy Schroeder, one of our social workers at the elementary level, comes to us with 3 years of experience, a bachelor's degree from Eastern Michigan University, and a master's degree from University of Michigan. Tamara Showfire, one of our new social workers at the elementary level, 3 years of experience, a bachelor's degree from Wayne State University, and a master's degree from Eastern Michigan University. I have more champions. Felicia Starks, I apologize, Felicia Starks, and I met you yesterday too, so 11 years of experience with a bachelor's degree from Wayne State University and a master's degree from Eastern Michigan University. She will be serving as a counselor at Canton High School. Mallory Steele. Mallory is our new clinical behavior specialist. She comes to us with 3 years of experience with a master's degree from Hamline University, Minnesota, a bachelor's degree from there, and a master's degree from Oakland University. Dominic Walker. Dominic comes to us with 2 years of experience from Royal Oak Schools. He's had many positions in our school district, and we are very grateful to welcome him back. He's going to be teaching at Salem High School in the Social Studies Department, and he has a bachelor's degree from Eastern Michigan University. Vincenza Zaya. She is going to be teaching Spanish at East Middle School and Canton High School, coming to us with 1 year of experience with a bachelor's degree. So welcome, new teachers. This is very exciting.
Congratulations.
Welcome to the district. Congratulations. Welcome to the district. Congratulations. Welcome to the district. You're welcome. Congratulations. You're welcome. Welcome to the district. Hope you enjoy it. Congratulations. Welcome to the district. Welcome to the district. Congratulations. Welcome to the district. Congratulations. Welcome. Congratulations. Welcome to the district. Congratulations. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the district. Congratulations. Congratulations. Welcome to the district. Congratulations. Welcome to the district. Congratulations. Welcome to the district. Welcome to the district. Congratulations. Welcome. Congratulations.
I love that dress. Math teacher? I'm a former math teacher. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Welcome to the district. Congratulations. Let's start at the bottom. Wow, that's awesome. Sit down. Who is it? Because Alice graduated with like 12. Congratulations. Congratulations. Welcome to the district. Welcome to the district. Congratulations. Welcome to the district. Congratulations. Welcome to the district. Congratulations. Myra. Welcome to the district. Meyer Shropshire. And now it's I got on there now and take a fireball. Congratulations. Congratulations. And we have employees left. Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Did you get them right?
Wow. That's amazing though. They all show everybody's here. It's always that way.
About 30.
30?
35 maybe with the
21, 26, 30. And then the administrators.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's connected and then I go. Yeah, it did. Yeah, because they're all like, Daddy, I'm ready for next week.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're both. That's it.
Well, that is very exciting to see. Love the energy. All right, we will move forward with Part B, which is board committee reports. And I'll start with the president's report. This morning, Member Borninski and I had the honor to be able to attend the back-to-school teacher in-service. Was it opening day? And I have to say, it was phenomenal. Manny Scott, I think, had us all laughing and crying at the same time. And I just can't get over, I mean, throughout the day, I've been just thinking about his words in terms of how each one of us has the privilege and the opportunity to impact students' lives, and what an honor that is. It just, I mean, phenomenal work. So I congratulate and I thank Ms. Merritt and your team for putting this day together, just because of the power of the message. And I believe everybody in that room was moved by that message. So, Member Borninski, did you want to share any comments from this morning?
I just wanted to say it was such a privilege to be there and to be a part of it. And so I want to thank Ms. Merritt for the opportunity, and I really enjoyed listening to Manny Scott as well.
So thank you for that. Another thing I wanted to give you an update on is the awesome Back to School Bash. Oh my gosh, better, bigger and better. Amazing day, and I want to thank our board members that were there, Member Lazarowitz, Member Borninski, and I believe that was it. But thank you for the support. I want to thank everyone that was involved in putting together a phenomenal event. And it was, again, bigger and better than last year, and just had a great time all together. And Member Borninski, did you want to comment on that one?
I will during the EEF.
Okay.
report.
Member Lazarowitz, would you like to comment since you were there?
Yeah, I had a great time. Lots of fun, lots of people there. I enjoyed it, and I can't wait for next year. I really can.
Yep,
I'm
same
looking
here.
forward to it.
Same here. The next update I have for you is that not last weekend, but the weekend before, I spent 3 days at the Michigan Association of School Board Conference, and it was a phenomenal learning opportunity for board members to get together and learn about board governance, network with other people, and just really think about how we can continue to do this work well and do a better job of building a team of 8. Because, you know, at the center of our work is student success. So what does that look like in all the different various formats? So I'll be sharing out some of the learning that I experienced throughout the 3 days with my board colleagues. So if you see links to, hey, check this out, just amazing learning opportunities. And I'll be carrying some of that work forward as we move forward into some of the other committee work. And lastly, committee assignments have been formulated and board members know about their committee assignments, and I will send a final message out to everyone, letting everyone know who's on what committee, and let Ms. Merritt know so you can let your leadership team know who's on which committee. So that's been finalized. So thank you everyone for all that you do. Next up is the student performance and achievement. So welcome, Ms. Friel.
Thanks.
So now that we have a chief academic officer, we are able to continue the SPA work like we did in the past. So Bethany and I talked about trying to continue the same pattern we had last year, which was the first Wednesday of every month. And we're going to do that starting in October. Given she just started and the next Wednesday's next week, doesn't give us a whole lot of time to prepare. So our September meeting will be September 18th from 4:30 to 5:30. And then after that, starting October, will be the first Wednesday of each month from 4:30 to 5:30. Again, we'll make sure that Bonnie puts the calendar up on the website. And that is it for me. So, Member McQueen, Policy Committee?
We have not met. The month got away from me a little bit. So we will start meeting in September. We have lots of work to do. And we should have a date by the next board meeting. So everybody, of course, is welcome to attend because it's a wonderful committee. We do a lot of really important work.
Member Keel?
So the Finance and Operations meeting had a meeting last Thursday. Unfortunately, I was not able to attend. Mr. Lazarowicz, can you update us?
Oh, it was a great meeting. It was very efficient.
I'm sure it is. You got done in 30 minutes, right?
It was 14 minutes. But the good thing is that you surround yourself with great people, and they know what they're doing, and I love it, and I trust them. We're going to discuss about the chillers. We have to put 2 new chillers up on Salem's High School on the roof. 2 of them are bad. We're going to discuss about the maintenance vehicles, and with the safety, the consider approval of the design bid phase for the MSP school safety grant. It's for the barriers at the park. And am I missing something else?
Nope.
Okay, thank you. And great meeting, lots of fun.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And so our next meeting is September 5th, Thursday, September 5th, here in this boardroom meeting at 4:30 p.m.
Thank you. Member Berninski, EEF?
So, as everyone has mentioned, the Back to School Bash was last Saturday, and it was a fabulous event. The EEF was there with their fun zone, and it was just a wonderful day. We've had, I think, the most attendance ever at the Back to School Bash, so it was fabulous to see everyone there. I really liked the petting zoo part. That was my favorite. I'm making Mr. Brandon laugh. And the weather was perfect, so it was actually a perfect day. So thanks to everyone who participated and everyone who put it together. So, and in other EEF news, they did have a meeting to decide on teacher grants for the summer, and then we will be going right into our fall granting opportunities, but I don't have the date for that yet.
Thank you, everyone. Do we have any citizens' comments? No? Okay. We'll move on to Part D, Administrative Reports and Recommendations, so the Superintendent Report.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to continue to reiterate what a wonderful start of the school year we had this morning with our welcoming back gathering at Salem High School. The theme for this year, I'm proud to introduce, is legacy, building, inspiring, and transforming. This is really a milestone for us. As you know, we are celebrating 190 years here in P-CCS. We've been around a long time, but we have so much in store in front of us and ahead of us. So we're talking about legacy. If you recall, we've been on a journey. A few years ago, we told our story, why P-CCS? We had to remind ourselves what we meant for students in our community, we had to remind our community that we are the best option to educate all students in the Plymouth and Canton surrounding communities. We moved then to excellence, reminding everybody of our mission and our vision to propel each and every student to excellence without exception, making sure that with your support, we were able to give supports that our teachers needed in order to help our students to move into our third year, which was our call to action, and our theme was elevate every student, every day. So as we move to this year, as I said, legacy, we started to think about every single thing we do, every deed, every action. It has meaning, a greater meaning, and we have the ability to make a difference in the lives of students. And as we heard from our guest speaker today, Manny Scott, it just takes one person, the power of one, to truly change the trajectory of somebody's life. And he was really inspirational, I think, to help set our tone. So as we look to this year, celebrating the past 190 years, but ready to blow up the status quo and say, what are we going to do differently? We are truly on the cusp of something big here in PCCS, and I invite all of you around this table and watching us to be a part of this story, because we will have a story to tell. So thank you, everyone, for a wonderful start to the school year. Thank you, Dr. Brady. She created a wonderful first 3 days of professional development for our teachers, so they have an opportunity to sit back and learn for themselves as they get prepared to teach our students. And one final message that really resonated with me today with our speaker, he asked us all as educators to humble ourselves to be students of our students, to learn each and every student that is in front of us and their various needs, because they have so many gifts to offer. And wow, how powerful is that message, and what a difference it can make. I also want to thank our staff that has helped us busily prepare for the start of school. Our maintenance staff, Tim, welcome aboard. We have a lot of work going on around the district, a lot of construction, and just ask everybody for their patience. I know everything is not exactly where we would like it to be, but we wanted to make sure that we were getting it right. And so people have been working around the clock to try to make sure that school is ready to receive our students next week. So we thank everyone for those efforts. We thank our secretarial staff, because they have been the face at the front doors when parents are coming in trying to get students registered, and it's really about customer service. Debbie will say that through her department, but all of our departments just working to make sure that we are providing the best experience for everyone here in PCCS. I want to thank our transportation department. Our bus drivers have been out there, if you've seen the buses rolling, to make sure that they're getting their routes, that they know their routes, so that they're on time to get our young people to school. So everybody is just busy readying themselves for the start of school. And I agree with you, Liz, this will be the best school year ever. So thank everybody for your participation, and let's have a great meeting tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. We'll move right on.
Wait, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Because I just tried to catch Nick quickly, so I've given him an opportunity to tee up. I wanted to just share a video that we shared with our teaching staff this morning, just talking about this idea of legacy. Nick, did I give you enough time?
Yeah,
I was trying to talk a little bit longer than normal.
That was perfect. All right, here we go.
All right, and so this is just a reminder of why we are all here each and every day and what we do for our students.
Legacies transcend the boundaries of time. We create them with or without our knowledge. Our words, our deeds, all pieced together, will form the history we leave behind. They are told, shown, held, felt. Memories we absent-mindedly create for countless tomorrows. Legacies are roads left paved for those that will follow. They leave trails filled with reflective ideals. They are monumental. They are minimal, but they are never forgotten. children, grandchildren, neighborhoods, co-workers, friends, enemies, the lives of those around us inherit the story we leave behind. They make their way to everywhere, through tale or virtue. Legacies stand tall in the face of trial. They prevail. They're found in risk that clings to the promise of hope. Legacies can be found in tattered souls and wrinkles aged with wisdom. They make their way to empty rooms and trailing heartbeats. They find their way into the back of our minds, sit with us, lingering, waiting to be remembered. Found in humbled homes, inherited mansions, and tin-roofed rooms, legacies extend past the limited hours of your life and mine. Where have you seen them? Where have you taken them in? What will your name leave behind? Legacies test all boundaries. Legacies find no limits. Legacies light the way. Legacies lead. The choice is yours. What will be your legacy?
All right, so we will continue to ask that question all year. What will be our legacy? Thank you.
Beautiful. All right, we'll move on to part 2 of letter D, teaching and learning. And we have 2 action items. So I'm looking for a motion for approval of action item number 20-08-07, resolution to purchase calculators for secondary math. This is our final reading. We reviewed this last time.
Madam President, I'd like to make a motion to, for the resolution to purchase calculators for secondary math, final reading, action item 20-08-07.
I second it.
Okay, thank you. It was moved by Member Brooks and seconded by Member Lazarowitz. Any discussion? No? Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Next action item is 20-08-08, resolution to purchase materials for elementary science kits, final reading. Do I have a motion for approval of that one?
Madam President, I would like to make a motion for action item 20-08-08, resolution to purchase materials for science kits, final reading.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Motion was made by Member Lazarowitz, seconded by Member Brooks. Is there any discussion on this topic? Yes.
Madam President, I wanted to share that based on the valuable feedback that we received at the last board meeting concerning some of the items within the kit that contain food products that could potentially interfere with students that have allergies, we were able to change those so they're no longer, we updated the quote, those are no longer a part of the kits. But I wanted to ask Dr. Brady to come and share the creativity that her team has brought forward in order to still make the assignments accessible for our students.
Good evening, everyone. So I'll give one example of what we're doing so that you can, that's going to be applied to all the different pieces that were there. So, for example, second grade, Laffy Taffy was being put into second grade for physical science. So inside of the curriculum, they would take warm water. When you put Laffy Taffy into warm water, they can see the color so that you can see the physical change that happens. And so what my team is going to do is, so the ones that were in there like that, What my team is going to do is videotape us doing them so the kids can see camera view of it happening, and that will be uploaded into Atlas Rubicon where we store the curriculum. So the concept can still be used and the students can still reflect on the concept without them needing to touch food.
So it's just applaud the creativity and also the use of our technology
Absolutely.
to still bring these
Absolutely.
ideas and experiments to our kids. But really thank you for the feedback here because that was a nice correction to be made. Thank you.
Any other comments?
Kate,
Member
I think-
Brudzinski?
I just wanted to express my appreciation for the team for working to include all students.
Thank you. Thanks for the feedback.
Absolutely.
Right, any other discussion on this? Okay, hearing none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Thank you. All right, next item is number 3, Finance and Operations. And we have an action item 20-08-09, the approval to replace 2 chillers that was mentioned by Member Lazarowitz. Do I have a motion for that one?
Madam President, I'd like to make a motion for action item 20-08-09 for approval to replace 2 chiller units, control units at Salem High School, first and final reading.
Support.
Motion was made by Member Lazarowitz, seconded by Member Kehoe. Any discussion on this?
I have a question. Chiller units, the kids are going back to school on September the 3rd. Why do we need to put chiller units in now? Why can't we wait until spring and save the money?
It's
Just a question.
Do you want to answer that, Ms. Piaz, or?
Sure.
Okay.
These 3 chiller units are at Salem right now. One has failed last year and was not replaced. It was waiting for the bond work to be done. The second chiller unit has now failed, so now we have 2 failed units and only 1 running. The 1 running is keeping the entire building cool, but it's never shutting off because it's overtaxed. You need actually 2 chiller units to be running concurrently, and the third one is kind of the backup. So it goes 1, 2, 3. So 1 and 2 run, 3 rests, and then 3 goes on. So then 2 and 3 run, and 1 rests, and so on as a cycle. So throughout the month of September, if we don't replace these chiller units right now, there'll be a failure most likely because it never gets to the 1 remaining unit never gets to rest. And so it has been recommended by the operations department in order to go forward with the replacement of these 2 units at a total cost of $69,630. They were provided for in the bond, so we can do that work now. They're on hand in stock units, and so that they can be replaced and impact programming yet next week.
And in getting those 2 units, we save $4,000, am I correct on that?
Correct.
So there's also a savings for the district
Correct.
if we do it now.
Correct.
John, what's the savings from? Or-
For buying two units at
at
once.
the same time, okay. Instead of just repairing one and then not having a backup,
So
Got it.
we got all 3 of them working at least.
got it. And, right now, it looks like we're still having some hot weather. I know I walked here this evening and was soaked to the skin. So,
Yeah.
granted it's a week before, but I think that we want to make sure that we're prepared to support the start of school.
Correct.
Any other discussion, question? Okay, hearing none. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, motion passes 7-0. And the next 2 items are just first reading, so nothing to do on that one.
We should go through.
Go through them?
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
I'm
go
sorry.
through.
Let's go through them. Ms. Piaz, do you want to walk us through that?
Sure, thank you. The next item is an approval to purchase 2 maintenance vehicles as a first reading. The operations department is requesting the purchase of a Ford F-350 for use in its general landscape work, snow removal, and general maintenance tasks. This truck will be equipped with a Western 8.5-foot V-plow for snow removal as well. It is being purchased under a state of Michigan contract for a pricing consortium. Signature Ford is a low bidder for this work for a total cost of $34,403. In addition, the department would also like to request a Ford F-450 dump truck with a Western 8.5-foot straight plow and salt spreader for the same type of work in the district. State of Michigan contract pricing consortium also. Signature Ford was also the low bidder for this purchase at $66,766. These vehicles will replace a T69, which is a 2002 F-250, which is no longer reliable and has frequent breakdowns, and a T17 2009 model F-450, which unfortunately was stolen from our lot and totaled by the person who stole it. We did receive insurance proceeds of about $18,000 to put toward the cost of this replacement. This item was discussed with the Finance and Operations Committee last Thursday on August 22nd. Total cost that we're requesting a recommendation for is a $101,169, and then the $18,000 will be put towards it as well.
And how it was stolen, someone left the keys in the vehicle, and I was made sure that that won't happen again. They'll put the keys in a control box in the building, so that problem won't exist ever.
Correct. They went through the back gate and it must have had some tip off because it seemed they seemed to know where they were going, but they hit the embankment or swale and totaled the truck.
But the police caught the person.
Yep.
The person wasn't injured from the accident. Am I correct on that?
They were not injured, but they were arrested.
They were arrested.
Mhm. Case pending.
I have a question.
Sure.
Given the number of snowplow contractors that there are in our community, did we not look at contracting out this service?
We can on a going forward basis. What I found so far to date, though, they can't guarantee you a time. So it is imperative that you plow the high schools to make sure that they're ready for school by about 5:45, 6 a.m. And contractors can't guarantee that attention to time. It works in middle schools and elementary schools that are starting later times, and we can certainly have our new operations director look into that as well. But right now, we plow our own snow.
We've also seen situations where we need to do extra plowing during the day because of especially at the high school, because you have kids going back and forth between the buildings. So it's imperative that we keep that clear during the day, not just at the initial time of school. So it's been more of a challenge.
Does the 100 and something thousand that we're paying for these vehicles include the cost of the operators?
No, this just the vehicle, just the piece of equipment, and all of its plow and all of its sundry little items for snow removal.
Okay, so we will need to hire operators for these?
No, our current grounds crew does that work.
But these are replacement vehicles, correct? So we already
Correct.
have vehicles that,
Yep.
well, we had vehicles
had, yeah.
that did this work. So there's people that are there as part of our grounds and our plant engineers that are doing this.
Yep.
Any other questions from other board members? Comments? Okay, thank you for that.
Okay. Next and final is the approval to proceed with a design and bid phase for the Michigan State Police School Safety Grant Project. First reading, and I have two friends that will come up and help me with this one. We were part of the 2019 Michigan State Police Competitive School Safety Grant. It's a competitive grant. We put an application in for a part of a $25 million appropriation for the Michigan State Police Grants and Community Services Division to provide safety and security for students, staff, and school buildings through the purchase of technology and equipment. This grant was awarded on March 27, 2019 to Plymouth Canton Community Schools. As part of that process, we were awarded $384,369 that was designed to enhance the safety and security, specifically at the park. This also requires a matching grant of $128,123 towards the proposed project. So total cost of the project is $512,492, of which we'll have to put up $128,123 using capital improvement funds. I have with me this evening our Director of Safety and Security, John Walker, as well as TMP Architecture's Bill Reinrack, to speak to what's included in the design and bid request.
evening.
So in November of 2018, the state of Michigan came out with the final recommendations from the School Safety Task Force. And among those recommendations were action items for places where students congregate, and to use environmental security design concepts like bollards and crash barriers to prevent intentional or accidental vehicle incursions into places where students are congregating. And all of you are familiar with the park. It's a very unique dynamic at the park with the students that are transitioning between class on every hour to get to where they need to go. So it presents a very unique challenge for us in protecting students on the pathways from those potential vehicle incursions, or someone gets lost off of Joy Road and somehow finds their way onto a sidewalk or a pathway. And so we were really looking for an approach to that was not fortifying, but was using the natural environment in a way that we could protect those places. In your packet, I believe you were shared with a document around bollards. We were looking at 3 hydraulic crash barriers that would be strategically located at the bus loop and at some sidewalks where vehicles have found their way onto pathways intentionally or otherwise. And then strategically placing bollards and cable. Basically, it's called a cable and rail. It's a fencing system that has a crash rating to it to prevent those things from occurring. So we applied for this grant. We have never received that grant, and after the state police reviewed it, looked at the material that we were requesting, they found value in our campus and the dynamics that we have here, and awarded us the grant. It comes with some technical specifications when it comes to wiring these hydraulic gates, basically, that come out of the ground. So that's why we have TMP with us to kind of talk about the technical side of designing the electrical that goes out to there, and those specific needs. If you have questions that are more kind of specific technical questions, Mr. Weinrack would be able to answer them for you.
Any questions? Member Kehoe?
Hi. You know you weren't going to get away with this just because I wasn't at F&O.
Sure.
A couple of questions. These hydraulic barriers, will they be normally down or normally up?
So during the school day, they will be up. We have the ability to operate them, so they would be up during the school day when the kids are transitioning. And then at the end of the day, depending on the events that we have, football games, whatever is happening on the property, we would have the ability to either pull them down or leave them remained up for the safety of the people that are on the campus.
So are they controllable remotely, or are they controlled from a central process?
They're controlled through a network, very similar to the access controls and the camera systems, where from a certain place, depending on the design specifics, we can operate them in a way that, it's time to bring them down, someone's pulling in to
Or authorized
this place.
security personnel
Yes.
can allow them to be lowered for an ambulance to get in there, or
Yes.
something like that.
And that was the other factor. If we didn't want to just put up bollards so that now emergency vehicles can't get in. So how do we do this in a way that we can lower it down for emergency vehicles if there's an incident in the middle of the property, but at the same time raise it up and protect children and visitors to the campus?
So I see that many of the bollards look like they're, on the paths, but there's grass paths after that. What would prevent someone in a vehicle from just driving on the grass to go past that? I see some areas where there's cables and rail, but many areas where there's not.
So this is kind of a tiered project that I'm going to kind of come back to you as we move along here, and we're going to kind of talk about some of those wide open spaces between Phase 3 and Salem, some of the grassy areas that people could probably find their way in. And how do we do that in a natural way with landscaping and trees and rocks and boulders that serve a security function, prevent those vehicles from kind of getting in there, but at the same time, it's aesthetically pleasing, it's natural, it doesn't give off that vibe of fortification, which is really something that we don't want. That's not the message that we want to send.
Great. And the last question I had is, we've experienced a lot of wear on those paths because of vehicles driving on them on a regular basis, when maybe we don't really want vehicles to be driving on them, and that includes our own security and athletics teams and things like that. Will these be used to help officially restrict and prevent that from happening?
Yes. So that is something that is very concerning to me. I've had some conversations with the superintendent around the expenses that we allocate towards repair of cement and related to some of those vehicles that drive on the path and find themselves on the path. And so hopefully putting these things in place will prevent the wear that is occurring and, long-term prevent the expenditure of having to replace those things.
Great. And it looks like we got a grant for this. Will the grant cover the entire project, or is this a matching grant, or how does this work?
So the grant would cover this entire project as we have proposed, and then as Ms. P has indicated, we have a matching component, 25% matching component to the Michigan State allocation.
And not to put you on the spot,
Sure.
How much of the overall project of your vision of where you think this is this 10%, 25%, 50% of the work that you think we need to do at the park in this general area?
From a technical perspective,
Yeah.
when it comes to crash-rated barriers, this is a substantial component to that. As we move forward in an environmental design, when we're looking at boulders and trees, and those come with considerable less expense.
Okay.
Because there's not a technical component to those. And as we kind of move down the road here, we'll come back and kind of share some of the ideas we have around that and get your feedback and kind of share with you kind of what that vision looks like.
Great. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Other questions from other board members? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to letter E, discussion. I just wanted to put this out there. First, I wanted to thank all the board members for submitting topics and workshop topics that I requested via email in terms of how do we collectively do the work, what's important to you. Your voice is very important in this whole process of formulating the agenda, working together, and learning together. So I will be looking at all of the topics that were sent via email and see how we can build that into some of our board workshop areas, work, as well as working with the planning team, which is Vice President McCoyne and Superintendent Merritt, as we do the planning agendas to see how we can embed some of those topics into the work. One that came out, actually that's just stuck out because it was timely, was Robert's Rule. And I had attended the MASB workshop 2 weekends ago and spent 3 hours on the parliamentary procedure by a person that was certified and was so well done. And that's one of the things that we could look at in terms of growing and learning together. So, it's one thing for me to come in here and say we're all going to do Robert's Rules, but half of you may not know what that means and the nuances of that. So timely that one of you said, hey, I want to learn more about Robert's Rule during a workshop. So I will be working toward coordinating that as a Saturday session. I'm just I'm having a hard time getting these